So I kind of just wanted to go over real quick. Camera situated first. I just watched this awesome video by Phil X, Third Americana. I'm not sure if you're not familiar, you gotta check him out. He's a fantastic guitarist, fantastic personality, great singer, and he's great at showing these guitars off. And he really does have some really cool licks. And I just watched a video on a '69 Telly with a Factory Bigsby on it, where he did Hotel California, and he played the triads at the end, but he played it in string skips and alternate picking, which is amazing. I think it sounds super intense, super clean, really cool little thing you can throw in there. And I kind of want to go over that because he didn't really have the time to really go into depth about exactly what he was doing. He left a couple little things out, you know. And again, I'm not saying, you know, I'm doing it any better. That's for damn sure I'm not. I'm just saying, you know, he didn't really have the time to show as in depth as I'm sure he would have liked to have, being that he was showing a guitar off, not really his playing. So I will go a little more in the depth today. And yeah, let's start off. So let's start off in B minor, and we're going to be on the 16th, 18th, and 19th fret on the G string, and then we're going to skip a string and play the 14th and the 19th fret on the E string. Now the key to life here is, as Paul Gilbert would say, outside picking. And this is a technique that, if you haven't already put it into your playing while doing alternate picking, it's a necessity. And the reason being, when you go to do string skipping, it's extremely difficult to start with a upstroke and then catch a new string on a downstroke, which, as you can see, my hand auto-corrected and wouldn't let me do it. But the reason being is, when you're up here, you have no way of being able to hit that B string, and then when you're down here, it's the same thing. You're picking on the other side. Now, if I would have done the opposite, I could accidentally catch the B string while I'm stroking down. And the same way here, if I try to go up, I could accidentally catch the B string there too. So I outside pick it. Up, down, up, down. So, example, when he does a Hotel California, the key to life is to be able to pick outside like that. So you start with a downstroke, and everything falls directly in succession after that. Down, up on the new string, down, pull. I think, let me think. No, it's all alternate picking. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Directly alternate picking. And he didn't really talk about that shape, but all it is just F sharp major. And if you know your triad position, then you can already see what's going to happen. You have a whole hole here, and a half hole, or a half hole here, and then your root right there. So what he's doing, he's picking 15th, 16th, yeah, that's right, 15th, 16th, 18th, and then you have 14th, 16th, and 18th again. So, I'm sorry, he's not picking the 6th, he's just going. So, before I get too confusing here, let's do the B minor shape 4 times. And your F sharp major shape, you're only going to do it twice. 1, 2. And then we're going to go. Now, if you know any string theory or any, you know, general relative theory, you can also, you know, you can just move it with your string shapes, you know, so you have your whole hole. But that's difficult because what you're doing here, you're playing right here. You'll notice you're playing the 18th fret here, but you've got to jump back to the 17th fret on your string skip from 12th to 17th, which that's very awkward. I mean, it's because of me doing this all the time. I mean, it's not too terrible for me, but it's so much easier to be able to employ it the way he did it, like this. And all I'm doing is, instead of incorporating my pinky into the first 3 notes, which I always stress to my students, you know, it's cool to play with these 3 fingers. I mean, Yngwie Malmsteen, he does some great stuff with it, you know, it's just not for me. I really think you need to accent your pinky as well with articulation. I think there's a certain sound and a certain playing style you get into while doing that. And I think it actually makes things a little easier. I like to transpose a lot of classical pieces, and you know, when you do that in crazy chromaticism, that's, I mean, you know, Paganini and stuff like that. That's hard to do with 3 fingers. Like, that's ridiculous. I can't. There's no way I can do that. So, but in this case, before I go off on a tangent, in this case, instead of doing it here, I just move these 3 notes to here and play them with these 3 fingers instead. So this way, when I walk back down, it feels natural. And if you have your guitar in your hands right now and you're playing that with me, you'll know exactly what I mean. It just feels right. Even though it's so bad to look at, especially if you, I mean, that's my pet peeve. You look down and I see myself playing a whole hole with 3 fingers, it's, stop myself immediately. But in this case, it's the way to play it clean. But he does the same thing there. So, you know, we have our B minor, and then we have our F sharp major. All right, and then we have B, so I guess it'd be A minor there, which would be the, yep, A minor. 4 times the same way, and then we have E major here, the same way as you played F sharp major. Like that, and you may, of course, you know, bend up to your main note. And the cool thing here is that, you know, for this next one, it just the same exact thing moves down a whole step. So where you played this here, you'd move down a whole step, and the same thing where you played your major position here in E, you play it in D this time. So if we have, here we have our first position. To our next position. To our next position. Oops, sorry. Just to D there, obviously I forgot. Hopefully you will not. And then we have our last position, which this is a little weirder. It is E minor, so if you wanted to... So we're going... Which is a cool way to play the Triad, I think. I think, you know, it accents the proper notes that they're using in Hotel California anyway. So we have here, we have the 9th fret, 10th fret, 12th fret on the B string, but we're going to go to the 7th and 12th fret, just like we did up here for our first one. And we're doing that same shape down here. But to end it, he's not going to go to a major. You know, it comes back to F sharp, which would be, of course, following Hotel California, which is right here, the same, you know, whole shape with your 3 fingers here. So let's play the whole thing slow. I'm sure it's going to look confusing, and my video is probably getting crazy long right now, and you're probably like, just get on with it. But let's go over it real slow real quick. Yeah, so here we go. You can see how it all kind of goes together there, following the same kind of, you know, if we're in B minor, or, you know, whatever it is. Honestly, I've never going to learn that. Just everybody else, students always make me learn it, and I'm just instantly forget it. But anyway, so, you know, really try this, and really try to get it up to speed, because if you can make it fast and clean, it is... You know, you get to the end of that song, and it's so intense, you know, it just grabs people by the shirt, man. You have everybody in the audience's attention, I guarantee it. I mean, it really works just one position at a time. If you know, if you're not comfortable with the B minor position, the very first one, and the key is to make sure every note rings out properly. As you can see, I was a little sloppy there, so I'm gonna stop myself and make myself redo it. And then go to my next position, and then so on and so forth until you really work it out and you feel really comfortable with it, you know. And then another thing which, you know, people don't really go into, I mean, put this stuff in your normal playing, you know. If you know how to play your major and minor positions, if we're in A minor, I can use that same theory that I've just been doing, you know, use the technique to it, and then maybe try to find around, okay, well, where can I find A minor the same way? Well, I've already done the same kind of thing. There's a new position. I guess it'd be E or A major. So now I can use, I mean, it doesn't help to just learn songs, you know, really analyze the songs you're playing, you know, ask yourself why they chose that note selection, and I suppose right now we're talking about the song Hotel California, but also analyze the technique that Phil was using there and try to fit it in your own playing, you know, instead of playing, you know, just A major here, try it here, and throw your other positions in. Or I don't know, whatever. But you know, I'm sure my video is getting very long now. I appreciate you tuning in. Any questions, concerns, or anything you guys have, please let me know. And Phil X is the man. Thank you.